3 hours before my wedding, one text changed everything. A whisper before the storm. It was the morning of my wedding. The kind of morning you're supposed to remember for the rest of your life. Crisp air, a calm heart, and the promise of forever just hours away. My name is Nathan. I was 32, finally ready to marry the woman I believed was my soulmate. Claire. Everything seemed perfect. My tuxedo was hanging neatly on the closet door. The venue was decorated. The band had confirmed. My older brother, Damien, had just texted that he picked up the wedding rings. It all felt surreal, until 10:47 a.m. That's when the second text came. Don't go to the wedding. Check her closet. Now. First I laughed. Classic Damien. Dramatic, always teasing. We had a dark sense of humor growing up, pulling pranks right until the edge of breaking point. But this text. Something in the tone unsettled me. I replied, "What are you talking about?" No response. Called straight to voicemail. My hand trembled as I put the phone down. 3 hours until I said, "I do." And now I was standing alone in our bedroom, staring at the mirrored closet doors. Claire's perfume still lingered in the air. Her silk robe was draped over the chair, and the wedding invitation was pinned to the mirror with a little pink heart sticker. I reached for the closet handle, heartbeat steady but heavy. What was I even looking for? Behind the rows of neatly hung dresses, I spotted a taped-up shoebox, buried beneath a folded blanket. Duct tape around the edges, frayed like it had been opened and closed countless times. Pulled it out. Inside were photographs. Claire. With another man. The same man she'd sworn she hadn't spoken to in years. Her ex, Dylan. In hotel rooms. Fizz. In intimate embraces. Time-stamped photos, recent ones. From weekends she told me she was visiting her mother in Vermont. And then a note. "I hate that we still have to hide. But soon it'll just be you and me again. After the wedding, he'll be out of the picture. I promise." I felt the floor tilt under me. This wasn't just cheating, this was calculated. And Damien knew. Which meant there was more. The second knife. I sat on the bed, the shoebox open beside me. Photos splayed across the floor like the debris of a life I never really had. Her smile in those pictures wasn't the smile I fell in love with. It was cruel now, victorious. Called Damien again. He picked up on the second ring. "Did you check?" he asked. "Yes," I whispered. "How long have you known?" "Was long enough," he said. Anger surged. "Why didn't you tell me before?" "Because I didn't have proof until today." Her ex, Dylan, messaged her. "I saw it. Explicit stuff." That's when I started digging. "Where did you find it?" "Her laptop. She left it open last week when she went to meet the florist. I got suspicious when you had that stomach bug the same night." I remembered that night. I was violently ill. Now I wasn't sure it was food poisoning. Maybe it was something else. Damien's voice grew low. "Nate, listen to me. She wasn't just cheating. She was going to elope with Dylan. Right after the wedding. After collecting the gifts and enjoying the honeymoon." My breath hitched. "She's been transferring money from your credit cards to a private account. I traced them to a fake business registered in her maiden name. Tens of thousands. This wasn't love. This was theft. She wasn't just unfaithful. She was a fraud. I can't let her get away with this," I said quietly. "Cancel the wedding," Damien offered. I looked around the room, then back at the photos. "No," I replied. "We don't cancel. We expose." Plan. The next 48 hours were a blur of strategy. Damien and I went full surgical. Step 1. Evidence backup. Every email, message, bank statement, and photo Damien had found, I copied onto 2 encrypted USB drives. One went into my safe. The other, inside the pocket of my tuxedo. Step 2. Guest list adjustment. Made calls. My lawyer. My boss. My uncle, a retired judge. I invited them under the guise of last-minute seating changes. And Dylan's current girlfriend, Morgan, who had also been deceived. I invited her too, right near the front. Step 3. The trap. I contacted my friend Eli, who managed a private lounge downtown. Booked a room discreetly for the after party. No questions asked. Step 4: the vows. I sat in silence and wrote what she expected. Vows filled with warmth. But by the last paragraph, they shifted into something else entirely. The truth. The wedding that wasn't. Claire was glowing that day. Radiant in her custom gown, sipping champagne with her bridesmaids, twirling in front of the mirror. She kissed my cheek and whispered, "Soon I'm all yours." I whispered back, "You have no idea." The ceremony began. The venue was full. Everyone smiling. My hands were steady. Claire walked down the aisle, her eyes never leaving mine. When it came time for vows, I stepped forward. The crowd quieted. I looked directly at her. "Claire, you walked into my life like a storm I didn't see coming. Beautiful, wild, but devastating." There was a ripple of confused laughter. "You taught me love. By showing me betrayal. You showed me commitment. By proving what disloyalty really looks like." Her smile faltered. Her lips parted just slightly. "You told me you were mine, while sneaking off with a man who couldn't even look me in the eye. And I was going to marry you. Until 4 nights ago." Pause. "When Morgan sent me the video of you and Dylan in a hotel suite. The night you told me you were at a spa." The phones raised. Her mother clutched the armrest. Claire reached for my arm. I stepped back. I nodded to the aisle. Morgan stood. Walked forward. Placed a framed photo on the altar. Claire in bed with Dylan, timestamp visible. I turned to the guests. "Don't worry, dinner's still on. But there will be no honeymoon. No first dance. Only one final toast, to the end of a lie." Then I walked away. Claire dropped into a chair, sobbing, begging, but I never looked back. Outside, Damien was waiting with a glass of champagne. "You did it," he said. "No," I replied. "She did it. I just showed everyone what she is." By nightfall, the video was viral. The speech. The framed photo. Claire's breakdown at the altar. Hit every social platform. One TikTok alone reached 2 million views in 12 hours. Claire's world crumbled. Her job in corporate PR. Gone by Monday. Too much scandal. Too many ethics complaints. Her apartment. The lease was in my name. She was served eviction within the week. Dylan disappeared. Ghosted her. Turned out he had been engaged too. Morgan made sure his fiancée saw the footage. Claire was alone. No friends. No savings. No future. And me. Got a promotion. My boss, impressed with my composure, said I'd shown resilience under fire. I moved to a new city. New apartment. Therapy. Healing. Eventually I met someone else. Lena. She wasn't flashy. She didn't manipulate. She just showed up honest, present, human. 3 months after it all imploded, Claire emailed me. "Please. Does coffee. One apology. I was stupid. I lost everything. I miss you." I didn't reply. I forwarded it to my lawyer with a simple note. Block. Permanently.